Let's now do number 18. Number 18, we have 3 square root of 18a squared. So let's now simplify the numbers or the radicals number or the number under the square root. So it is 18a squared. Now, then I will distribute the square root, 1 for 18 and 1 for a squared. Is it right?
Yes.
Yes.
Then give me give me a perfect square that is multiplied by by other prime number. If you multiply them, if the product of them, you get 18.
9 and 2.
9 and
9
2.
and 2, exactly. So we say 9 and 2. And here, don't forget the 3 that is up here. Then let's now distribute it into 9 and the square root of 2. Let's now continue here. 3, keep it as it is. Then, what is the square root of 9?
3.
3 times, what is the square root of 2? Nothing. Keep it as square root of 2. Then, after I finished the numbers or the constant, let's come back now to the variable. Here we have square root of a squared. They cancel each other. So what did we have?
A.
We have only a.
A.
Then now let's combine them. 3 times 3.
9.
9.
9.
Square root of 2
A.
times a.
A.
Or we can say it like
2A.
9a square root of 2.
Okay.
Okay? 9a square root of 2. This one here, when I wrote it as like this, 9 square root of 2 times a, I must first write the numbers, then I must finish with the square root. Is it clear?
Miss teacher,
Yes,
I check all the numbers that don't have square root together. Yani I cannot make 9 square root to a.
9 square root of 2 then times a.
Yes.
No, here, the simplified one, you have to write first the numbers, then you have to write the square root number.
Okay.
This is the simplified one. Is it clear before I go to 19?
Yes.
teacher.
Okay.
Yes.
The number 19 here, we have negative 21 square root of 27x to the power 9. As we said, shall we simplify negative 21?
No.
No, I deal only with the number that's under the square root, which is negative 21. Then I will now look at these numbers here. 27 times x to the power 9. So I can distribute it now into square root of 27 times square root of x to the power 9, as we did before. Then now, look at number 27. Give me a perfect square that if you multiply it by any other prime number, you get 27.
9 and 3.
9 and 3.
9 and 3.
Nine and
Exactly. Then after that, let's now, here we said negative 21. I have to continue here, okay? Times. Let's now distribute it. 9 and 3. 9 is here and 3 is here. Then, what is the square root of 9?
3.
3. And
3.
square root of 3? Nothing.
Square root of
Leave it as square root of 3. Okay, then let's come back to the variable now. Here we have x to the power 9. Yalla, x squared times x squared times x squared times x squared. They are 8 now, times x. I will write x squared until I stopped with a 9. Then, so how many variables here we have?
5.
5, exactly. So I have to write 5 square root. Then x squared, x squared, x squared, x squared, and x. Then now, squared, cancel the square root. Squared, cancel the square root. Cancel, cancel here. You didn't cancel it. So I have x times x times x times x times what?
Square root x.
Square root
Square
of
root.
x. Exactly. Then I will combine now the numbers and the variable without square root. What are they? We have negative 21, we have 3, and we have 4 x's.
4x. X to the power of
So
4.
yeah, negative 21 times 3,
Negative 60.
Negative.
negative 63. Then, well, how many variables we have?
5.
So x is
4. So keep it as x to the power 4.
But teacher here يعني yes 4
Okay, so by now it's negative 63x to the power 4. Then, after I finished the numbers and the variables without square root, I will go now to the number under the square root. What are the two numbers, or the number and the variable under the square root?
3 and x.
3 and x.
Exactly. I write them as one square root, then I will combine them. Let's multiply 3 by x. What did you get?
3x.
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 So this is the answer. This is the simplified form of negative 21 square root of 27x to the power 9. Is it clear?
Yes, teacher.
Yes, teacher.
Okay. Yalla, let's
Yes,
now
teacher.
do number 20. In number 20 here, we have 3 square root of 150 b to the power 8. First step, keep 3 as it is. Now, let's now deal with the numbers under the square root. Since we have 150 and we have b to the power 8. Yalla, 150. Now give me the greatest perfect square number that if you multiply it by any other number, you get 150. Yalla, think about it.
Teacher, 15 and 10.
15 and 10, but 15 and 10 are not a perfect square number.
Teacher. Yes.
Let's now think type. Okay, what do we have to do? Let's write it as Farah said it is 15 and 10. Let's thinking now. Yes?
We can use also 50 and 3.
But 50 is not a perfect square.
Oh, okay.
So you think about it. Now let's come here. We said that it is 15 times 10. 15 is 5 and 3. And 10 is 5 and 2. Is it right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes,
So
yes.
what are
Yes,
the numbers
teacher.
that is repeated here?
5.
5.
So we
Teacher,
said
can't
it's
it
a
be
25.
25 and 6?
Okay. We have 5 and 5. So we multiply them. You get 25. And then you multiply the other numbers that is not repeated, which is 6. So it is 25 times 6.
Okay.
So how can we bring this perfect square? By getting any two numbers, factorize them. You will get now these two, this one as 25 times 6. Then 3. Let's now distribute it. The square root, 1 for 25 and 1 for 6. Then 3. What is the square root of 25?
5.
5. And what is the square root of 6?
3.
No, nothing. Keep it as square root of
Keep
6.
it as it is.
Oh, yes.
Then, after we finished, come back now to the variable. Here, we have b to the power 8. So we have b squared times b squared times b squared. 2 plus 2, 4 plus 2, 6. I have to continue. Times b squared. The summation of the exponents now are 8. So I will stop. Then, how many variables we have?
4.
We have 4.
4.
So I will write 4 square root. B squared, B squared, B squared, and then B squared. Then, as we say, the perfect square cancel the square. Or the square root cancel the square. So I have now B, 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 B. So I have now 4 B's. Then I will what? To simplify it. How? I will gather now the numbers without a square root. With a variable without square root. What did we have? We have a 3 times 5, which is 15. Then, how many b's we have? We have 4 b's. So we write it as p to the power 4. Then, square root of 6. Is it clear?
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
I want you now on your
Yes.
copybook to solve 21 by yourself. I give you 3 minutes. Then after that, I will solve it. And send me the answer, please, on the chat.
Teacher, to answer number 1.
Miss, send in the chat.
Yes, or if you cannot, on the WhatsApp. Copy the paper and send me on WhatsApp.
Okay.
Let's solve number what?
Number 21. Will I give you 3 minutes to think about it? I want all of you to solve, please. I want to just I want you to see that if you understand or no.
Teacher, can I send it like at Dhuhr or something? Because I didn't attend the first period because I was having problem. And I didn't understand anything like right now.
Now I solved the four questions or 3 questions. You didn't understand them?
No.
5, okay.
Thank you, teacher.
You are welcome.
Teacher, I finished.
Now let's solve number 21. Look here. We have -2 square root of 243 times y cubic. Now, think about it here. Here we have 243 and y cubic. Now, 243, I will ask myself, can I divide it by 3? Let's see. 3 plus 4, 7 plus 2, 9. 9 is a multiple of 3. So yes, I can divide it by 3. So I can write it as 3 times. Let's now divide 243 here by 3. To think about the other number that if you multiply it by 3, you get 243. 24 divided by 3 is 8. 8 times 3, 24. Then 3 over 3, 1. So it is 3 times 81. And 81 is a perfect square number. So yeah, it's correct. I got it. It's 3 times 81. Then I will continue now. Let's now distribute it as 3 and 81. Now, what is the square root of 3? There's no.
Square root
Leave it as it is.
Nothing.
-2. And what is the square root of 81?
9.
It is 9.
9.
So I have now -2 and 9 and the square root of 3. Let's come now back to the variable here. We have y cubic. So we can write it as y squared times y. Because if you add them, you get y cubic. Then square root cancel y. So I have 1y. And here, there's nothing that's cancelled. It's going to keep it as square root of y. So here y times square root of y. Then after that, I will combine now.
Teacher, it will be -18y multiplied by square root of 3y.
Yes. Here, let's combine now the numbers without the square root. What did we have? We have -2, 9, and y. Let's multiply them. -2 times 9.
-18.
-18.
Y.
Y. Then, what are the number and the variable under the square root?
3 and y.
3y.
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 3 and y. So I will write them as 3y. So the final answer is -18y times square root of 3y. Is it clear now?
Yes.
Miss.
Yes, teacher.
Now, we can now use multiplication property to combine them. As we said yesterday, as I told you before, if you have a square root of A times square root of B we can combine them, we can gather them in one square root. I will now multiply 2. If I have now 2 square root of 7 t times 3 square root of 14 t squared, if I want to multiply them, what I have to do? Here I have 2 radical expressions. I want to multiply these 2 radical expressions. Here I have 2 square root of t of 7t and 3 square root of 14t squared. The first step, here what we have to do, I will write the 2 numbers first, 2 and 3. Let's combine them here and write them here in one bracket. Then in the other bracket, I will write the numbers with the square root. 2 and 3, I will keep them alone. The numbers or the variables without a square root, I will keep them alone. And the numbers with a square root, I will write them in other bracket. Done by now? This is the first step.
Yes, okay.
Then, after that, let's multiply them now here. 2 times 3, 6. Then, here I will combine them like this. I will write a big square root. Then I will multiply the numbers. Now, 7 times 14.
98.
Let's multiply them here. 4 times 7, 28. 7 times 1, 7. Plus
98.
98.
So it is 98, yes. 98. Then t times t squared, what did we have?
T cubic.
T cubic. Exactly. Now then, by the way, the calculator is not allowed at the exam.
Okay, miss.
Okay, so here we have 98 t cubic. Is it a simplified one? Look at it here. Can we factorize 98 into a number and a perfect square number? And t
Yes,
squared.
yes.
Look at t cubic. Is it simplified?
No.
It's also
No.
no. Why? Because simplified, that's mean I have only square root of t. This is a simplified one. But if I have t cubic, there's not a simplified one. So I need to simplify it now. Here we have 98 alone and t cubic alone. Now, let's now think about 98. Now, you tell me, as we said before here, look at these 2 numbers here. What did we have? We have 7 and 14. Is it right? So 98 is a product of 7 and 14.
2 and 49.
So 14 here, we have 7 and 2. The factors of 14 are 7 and 2. So we have 7 times 7, which is 49. Why I take 7 and 7? I only multiply the repeated number. 7 and 7, which is 49. Times 2. So I know that 98 is 7 times 14. So 14 is 7 times 2. So I will take the 2 repeated numbers, which is 7 and 7. I multiply them, I will get a perfect square. Then 6 square root of 49 times square root of 2. Is it correct?
Yes.
Then let's continue here now. 6. Now what is the square root of 49?
7.
7.
So we have 7. Yeah. Then what is the square root of 2? Keep it as square root of 2. Yes. Then let's come back now to the variable here. We have square root of t cubic. So we write it as t squared times t.
By t.
Then t squared and t cancel each other. What did we get? T
And square root.
and square root of t. Exactly. Then let's now combine the numbers without a square root. What did we have? 6 and 7 and t. 6 times
Yes.
7.
42.
42 times t.
42 T.
42t. Then square root of. Here we have 2 and t.
And
As we said here, we can combine them in one square root.
So
So
they
keep
have
it as 2t.
2T.
So this will be now the simplified multiplication of these two radical, or the simplified product of these two radical expressions. Is it clear?
Yes, teacher.
Yes, teacher.
Yes,
Okay.
Yes, teacher.
Let's have now another example. What is the simplified form of each expression in parts A to C? Look at them here. Let's solve now A. 3 square root of 6 square root of 18. Let's now gather them. Here we have 6 and 18. Can we combine them in one bracket?
Yes.
Yes.
teacher.
Yes, teacher.
So
Multiply.
we can combine them here as 6 times 18. Now, I want now, before, without multiplying them, here we have 6. Imagine that we have a number here, okay? I want to solve it quickly. That if you factorize them, you get 6 and 18. Did you understand what I said? Without multiplying. I have here a number, any number. If you factorize them, you get 6 and 18. Let's now factorize the 6 and the 18. Yalla, 6 we have 2 and 3. 18, what did we have?
3
9 and 2.
9 and 2, exactly. So, what are the two? Look at here. Oh, let's. And 3 here, 9 here. What did we have? 3 and 3. Is it right?
3 and 3.
Yeah.
Yes.
I want you now to give me the two numbers that are repeated. What did we have? 3 and 3.
3 and 2.
3 and 3. 2 and 2.
9.
Is it right?
Yes. Yes.
And this 3, keep it alone. Now, 3 multiplied by 3.
9.
9.
9. And 2 and 2.
4.
4. And 3. I get, as you see, I get the branches. So, I can say I get the fruits. The last number. Then after that now, let's say it's a square root of 9 times square root of 4 times square root of 3.
But teacher, why I didn't combine 3 with 4 or 3 with 9?
I told you I must multiply the repeated numbers.
Oh, okay.
And I have 3 and 3, multiply them. 2 and 2, multiply them. But the 3, the third 3 is alone. Keep it alone.
Okay.
We must get one pair of numbers. Now, 3. What is the square root of 9?
3.
3. Square root of 4?
2.
2. Then square root of 3. Then let's now combine the numbers here. 3 times 3?
9.
9 times 2?
18.
18. Square root of 3. Is it clear?
Yes.
Yes, miss.
Okay, I will stop here today.